Libras, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing amazing. This is for all my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men, and women. We're now covering September 13th till the 19th. And on the 14th, we have Mars entering your sign, Libra. So this is bringing more like fair fighting fairly, diplomacy, seeing both sides, talking things out instead of throwing sticks and stones and hating each other, actually coming to peaceful terms and solutions with people. So this is probably a good week to like negotiate, bring ties together with people that you had falling out with. And I just feel like there's going to be more fairness when it comes to expressing or resolving conflict. Okay, and then on September 17th, we have the Sun in Virgo, trining Pluto in Scorpio, along with Venus squaring Saturn in Aquarius. So I feel like this is bringing a lot of our duties, responsibilities, obligations to the forefront. And these energies are assisting us, kind of giving us the stepping stool to proceed with changes, personal transformations, personal developments that we've been putting to the side or been procrastinating on. So this is kind of help us, give us a little nudge, like, come on, you can do it, go forward. You're like, I don't want to, but you kind of have to, right? Because Pluto is like that uncomfortable transformations that we don't want to do, but we know we have to do. It's like now we're kind of being helped a little bit. So take advantage of this. If there's something that you need to change in your life, don't wait any longer. Try to do it as soon as possible. And especially when it comes to like our needs and our wants. A lot of us maybe have been kind of leaning more towards just our wants, and maybe have been neglecting our needs and necessities. And now we're kind of being more realistic, like, okay, these are my priorities. I gotta delay instant gratification a little bit so that I can complete my long-term goals. So I feel like we're doing more long-term planning than just short-term in the moment. Like reality is kind of really kicking in. Okay. All right, so Libras, we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. And of course, if you're ever interested in a personal reading, email or phone session, you can contact me is below. Okay? All right, guys. So when it comes to your health, we have the 8 of Wands. So a lot of energy here. A lot of energy. You could be working out a lot, or you're kind of very, very busy. You could be doing a lot of jumping, running, exercising, or trying to kickstart your health. And I feel like careful if you're sensitive to caffeine or like energy drinks, because it may give you heart palpitations, like your what's the word, like your blood pressure, or your what's the term? I think you guys know what I mean. Like you may get too high. So try not to overheat or go too hard or go too extreme with anything. But I feel like you're gonna have a lot of energy. You're going to have a lot of energy to do a lot. Just make sure you're not going too far, but you're doing enough that's for you. That's, you know your body best. I also feel like high sex drive. So a lot of your kundalini tingling there. And some of you may be like, well, how? What do you mean? Like, I'm single. What am I supposed to do? Well, you can always take that energy and exercise or go outside, or, put it to another use. You don't have to like be intimate with anyone, but I feel a lot of high sex drive and hormones going all over the place, so you may kind of be feeling in the mood a lot this week. Okay, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, we have transformation. Okay, so things are changing. Okay, where you work, what you do for work, how you work, or school, study, like things are pretty much changing dramatically or have already changed, and now you're just like, what do I do? Like, oh my gosh, like what am I supposed to do? I don't know, like this is weird, I don't understand it, how do I get used to this? I don't like this. But the old ways are no longer working anymore, and you're kind of now having to adjust and shift. So something is definitely ending so that new beginnings can come in, but this is uncomfortable. So this could be a really uncomfortable week where you're kind of having to figure out what's your next move going to be or how to adjust. And this can really trigger you a little bit because you don't like uncertainty. Well, no one really likes uncertainty, right? And so it freaks us out. It's like, I don't have control. Like, what am I supposed to do? But I feel like these times are really helping show you your true strength and who you really are. And this book that I'm reading, that's amazing. I love it, The 5 a.m. Club. and that stuck with me. It says, all change is hard in the beginning, messy in the middle, and gorgeous at the end. So you may still be in that transitional period where it's confusing, it's messy, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so difficult, what am I going to do? But at the end, it's going to come out beautiful. So right now, you're in the dark, it's uncomfortable, you don't know what's going to happen, what your next move is going to be, or where you're going to work, or where you're going to live, or something dramatic could be changing, but I know you're going to figure it out, and you're never alone. The universe is helping you. They're putting you through uncomfortable situations to kind of show you who you really are and get you on the right path. So even when you feel like you're not on the right path, being on the wrong path is helping you get to the right path. So always remember that, okay? All right. When it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side here, we have the Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Sun in reverse. So some of you could have Leo somewhere in your chart. And then on this side for this person, this can be past, present situation, or near future. We have the Page of Swords, Oppression, and the High Priestess. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, definitely could be a Capricorn, Pisces, or another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And this person may be younger than you, if not by age, by experience level, but definitely someone a little bit immature. I think a little bit immature, a little cowardly, like doesn't communicate clearly, or is like hiding. I feel like this person's hiding from you, not really telling you how they feel or what's going on in their mind. I feel like they're just kind of like watching you, observing you from afar on your social media or like apps. I feel like they're just kind of like watching you, observing you. But it's kind of creepy because I feel like maybe you don't know this person, or you don't, like, they know more about you than you know about them. Like, you may have even no idea who they are. You just kind of see them, but you don't know that this person is like low-key kind of obsessed with you. Actually, not low-key. They are obsessed with you. They have like an addiction to you. I feel like this person really likes you, or just like very drawn to you. A lot of it is lust, okay? Just obsessed with you for some reason, but is not revealing and not coming forward. They're just kind of like in their own little world fantasizing about you in a very weird, creepy way. Like, don't be surprised if like you notice maybe sometime this week someone just kind of like staring at you. Like maybe this person is in your proximity or they're not, but someone just kind of stares at you for a long time. You're like, why is that person just like staring at me? It's weird. And then when you look, they just like look away. Creepy. It's probably someone who has an obsession with you. I think this person's really like private, likes to hide, doesn't have the courage to come up to you to tell you that they like you or to reveal their feelings to you. Probably follows you or hides behind a fake account, user 1234, like weird, right? It's like, I don't understand that. Why don't you just be you, right? And watches your every move, knows what you like, studies you, knows who you're talking to, or like literally is obsessed with like every little thing that you do. So be careful, because maybe this person could be like a stalker, could end up being like a stalker. So at this time, be careful of like what you're sharing, what you're posting. I always recommend, especially for females, like when you're out and about somewhere, don't post it until like you leave. Because you just don't know sometimes, like people could be weird or try to stalk you. Like I usually will not post anything until I'm like already left the place, because there's some weirdos on the internet. And I've already had bad experiences like that. So I always have to try my best to be very private and not share too much, which sucks because I like to share, I like to talk, but I've learned that it's not really good to give too much of your personal information out there, because there are crazies. Not everyone, but there are crazy people out there, especially when you're on like a public platform. Even if you're not like a celebrity or anyone famous, you know, it's just kind of weird. But I feel like here that you've either been dating too much, talking to too many people, or you're feeling really anxious about it. Like you just want to find someone and it kind of like makes you really nervous. But I think some of you, you've been spreading your energy a little bit too thin and maybe talking to too many different people, and maybe sharing too much and maybe posting or publicizing too much of your information, possibly, that is not that good. And I just feel like be careful with that this week, okay? Just be careful with it. And I think that part of the reason why you could be disappointed that you're not meeting the right people is because it's not like it's how you're doing it. You know, it's like, for example, like social media is only bad if you overdo it, if you get addicted to it, but in moderation, it's okay. But I feel like there's too many, like maybe you have too many dating apps, maybe you go on too many dates, or you talk to too many people where like you can't really know, you don't know where to put your energy because it's spreading too thin. Does that make sense? And it's like you really want a family, or you really want to be in a serious relationship, something long-term, committed. But it's hard to get that if you're spreading yourself too thin and you're giving too much of your energy to too many different people. It's kind of hard to do that, but I know deep down inside, that's what you really want. You want a serious relationship. You want to find your soulmate. You want to find the right person, but sometimes doing a little bit less is much better. And we think that we got to do more, we got to talk to more people, but that actually, I think, holds us back a lot. So maybe this week kind of tone it down a little bit if you're able to, because that could be part of the reason why you get disappointed and don't feel very happy, because you haven't established, you haven't found that real connection with someone. It's just superficial conversations and just like passing time. But if you just focus on one or a few people and then give your time and energy to the one person you really connect with, that has you give that energy, that connection, time to grow and develop. But if you're all over the place, it's kind of hard to do that, right? We only have so much time in a day. So just keep that in mind. But yes, I feel like you have kind of like a not stalker, but someone who's kind of obsessed with you. But I don't think you know who this person is, or you don't really know them like that. You don't know them personally, but they know a lot about you. It's kind of creepy. So just be careful of like what you're sharing or what you're putting out there, and not giving too much of like your personal information to like strangers, because you never know. Okay. All right. So we're going to dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where this person's energy is at. What are they thinking? What are they feeling when it comes to you? What they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you. Because maybe they will reveal it. Maybe they will come out, or maybe you do know this person, but like you don't know them like that. Maybe you do like them, but they don't know that you like them. I don't know. It could be kind of weird, but someone here is kind of obsessed with you. Okay. All right. So we'll dive in deeper. Link to the extended will be below. I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best. Bye.